This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. The NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Day 2, Game 1 of the 2024 NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships, live from Bob Devaney Sports Center on News Channel Nebraska. Hello, everyone. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. So glad you could have breakfast with us this morning for some high school basketball. Class C1 is up first. The top-seeded Lincoln Christian Crusaders taking on the 8th-seeded Tigers of North Bend Central. There is a principle in sports that is considered universal, academically studied, peer-reviewed. It's logic infallible. Scholars have started calling it the Ric Flair theorem, and its thesis is simple. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Well, the man in Class C1, Lou, has been North Bend Central for 4 years running. They're back. They're the 8th seed, though, and Lincoln Christian is here thinking maybe they could be the man for the next couple of years.
Well, I got one thing to say. Woo! We're ready to go. North Bend Central, they started the year 1-5. They were 10-8 at one point. I'd say that the rumors of their demise have been greatly exaggerated. They've won the last 7 games in a row, and they've played great defense. What does defense do? They win championships. They've won 4 in a row. They're looking for 5, but a big test today against a very good Lincoln Christian team.
We will introduce you to the players who are going to be styling and profiling here at the Bob Devaney all morning. Key players and much more next. You're watching the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Welcome back to the pregame show on News Channel Nebraska, getting set for a Class C1 quarterfinal matchup between Lincoln Christian and North Bend Central. Lincoln Christian has earned the top seed here at state. Of their 22 wins, 7 have come against teams that are also playing here at state. They've got players all over the floor, but Lou, you'd be hard-pressed to find more better players in Class C1 than their 6-foot junior, Kennedy Ailes.
Well, Kennedy Ailes is 18-10 on the year, and she's a good post player, but oh, by the way, she can step out and make threes. This whole team can make three-point shots. If she's able to step out and draw that defense out, that creates some driving lanes, will really make this team tough to defend. She's a special player. Could be a special day here for her today.
Meanwhile, North Bend Central is a name that's been synonymous with winning 4 straight state titles. Another name that's been synonymous with winning is Emmanuel. Lindsay Emmanuel, now a junior at North Bend Central, picking up where her sisters left off, Lou. Another brilliant player for Coach Aaron Sterra.
Yeah, she's been fantastic, and she's got about 16 points a game, but really does everything for this team. A lot of steals, really good defensive player, an assist player, but just that winning pedigree that she has, that could be big in this game. If it's late, look for Emmanuel to get the basketball.
Another name synonymous with winning, Michael Shively, the 3rd member of our broadcast crew. Michael, take it away.
What a matchup it is to start the day today. You have the top seed in Lincoln Christian and the success of North Bend Central, the 8th seed, well documented. Talking to coaches, they know the situation, and like all coaches are saying at this point, we know ourselves, and we have to do what got us here in this game, and then hope it's enough. Coach Sturrup for North Bend Central knows they're going to need to play exceptional defense against the loaded offensive attack from Lincoln Christian. He says it's going to be critical to limit them to 1 shot and then just be who they are. Talking to the Crusaders coaching staff, and they say they know what's on the front of the opponent's jersey in North Bend Central, but they don't care. They are confident, supremely confident, and they could be playing Lincoln Southwest for all they care. That's the words of the coaching staff, thinking they could take on a Class A opponent this year. As far as what they're going to need to do today, they need to be patient on offense. They scout really hard. They understand each player for North Bend Central and are going to need to remember those scouting reports as they take on the Tigers today. We have starting lineups and tip-off coming up. Don't miss it here on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, getting set for the Class C1 quarterfinal between Lincoln Christian and North Bend Central. Let's talk school spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. There you see Lincoln Christian. This is their 25th trip to state. That's tied with Lincoln Pius X for third most all time. They've made 6 appearances in the title game, have won 2 championships, the last coming in 2017. As for North Bend Central, well, we know what they've been doing. This is their 15th trip to state, 6th in a row. They've made 7 appearances in the title game, including each of the last 4. They've won 6 championships, including each of the last 4. That again, your school spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Starting lineups, all the action coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout Central and Northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo, high-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Welcome back to the Bob Devaney Sports Center in Lincoln, getting set for a Class C1 quarterfinal matchup between the Crusaders of Lincoln Christian and the Tigers of North Bend Central, alongside Lou Siefker. Michael Shively manning the sidelines. I'm Eric McKay. And Lou, you mentioned it at the outset, North Bend Central coming into this season a 1-5 start to the year, but then you look at the schedule and you go, oh, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Losses to teams like Bishop Newman, Seward, Malcolm, who was an eyelash away from being here at state, and Pender, who's beaten just about everybody in the state of Nebraska this year. That schedule was tough, and Coach Aaron Stirrup has said things that helped them a little bit. They had to get a lot of youth into their starting lineup and ready for game action. Well, that kind of a meat grinder in December will certainly help you come February.
Yeah, that's no question. I guess it's kind of like what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, that's made them stronger. They really finished the season well. And, you know, as I mentioned, they were 10-8 at one point. A lot of people probably saying, okay, the reign is over, but here they are at state with a chance to play. The number 1 seed coming in is Lincoln Christian. So you got the 4-time defending champ playing the number 1 seed. This should be a fun basketball game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this one. Lincoln Christian, by the way, 22-2, 7 of those wins against teams here at state, 3 of them in the Class B bracket. They punch up a weight class and still get victories. This team is very, very good. All right, let's talk starting lineups for North Bend Central. We talked about Emmanuel Lawrence. Stirrup is a very good player for them as well. 10 points, just shy of 5 boards a game. Cassie Burbach has been coming on for them of late, 7.5 points per game. And Josie Cleveringa has been a steadying force in their starting lineup for a long time. The 5'10 senior is back since coming back from an injury. She's been hitting from the outside lately. That's helped them stretch out the defenses a little bit. Head coach Aaron Stirrup, 22nd year at North Bend Central, 414 wins to just 115 losses. Meanwhile, Lincoln Christian, everybody in this starting lineup can hit from deep. They're all shooting at least 31% from 3 at mid to high volume. We talked about Kenna Ailes, Mattia Kassebaum, 13-3 a game. Really improved her shooting over the year. Jessa Huser, Macy Pittenger, both very good scoring options as well. Pittenger, among a litany of great shooters, is the best of the bunch, averaging 7.7 per game. Lincoln Christian's head coach Scott Klein in his second year. It started well, 44 wins, just 6 losses. Lincoln Christian got here beating Douglas County West 65-35 in their district final. North Bend Central had to come from behind. They beat Gothenburg, another team no stranger to state of late, 60-55, the final in that one. And Lou, I think if you're a North Bend Central fan, that's a game that has you feeling good because it shows you can win games that get up into the 50s. That's where Lincoln Christian is going to want this game to be today. They want to get up and down. North Bend Central, while they can do that, I think is going to want to slow this game into the mud a little bit. The pace is going to go a long way, I think, to determining the victor this morning.
Well, I think we've seen North Bend Central in the past be able to play at just about any style. I don't know that that's going to be a good idea today. Lincoln Christian plays up-tempo basketball. They like to run the floor. They like to spread you out. They'll go inside to Kenna Ailes and then kick it back out to a litany of shooters, and they'll do that in transition. And if the pregame is any precursor to what we're going to see, it might be a long afternoon or morning rather for NBC, as Lincoln Christian made just about everything in the warm-ups.
Lincoln Christian controlling the opening tip, right side Huser. There's a 3 right off rip, off the mark and out of bounds on the rebound to North Bend Central. So you had Ailes, the 6-footer, testing the waters from deep early on, giving you a sense of the kind of offense you're going to see out of Lincoln Christian this morning.
Yeah, this team not afraid to shoot the basketball. You'll see some quick shots, but they like to do it in transition quite often.
Cleveringa off the up fake. A little bit of a weave from North Bend Central to start. See Lincoln Christian defensively. They like to set the wall. They're going to play man-to-man a little bit. That 3 off. And the rebound still alive, eventually corralled by Lincoln Christian. Now the Crusaders into the front court. Here's Pittenger giving to Huser. A kick off the short roll, and now it's Kazabom. Nothing baseline. There you see that intense North Bend Central defense. A defense that has limited a lot of teams under 40 this year. In fact, until Gothenburg scored 55 on them, you'd have to go back to their 45-29 loss to Pender in the East Husker Conference tournament. The last time a team got over 40. Good front of Ailes, and North Bend gets the turnover.
That's what you need to see a lot of from NBC today, really contesting and shutting down passing lanes, turning Lincoln Christian over. That'll give them a chance.
Cleveringa thought better of it. Correction, that's Stirrup. On the give and go, Ailes erases the shot. North Bend will try it again. This time Emmanuel, that shot blocked by Ailes.
Now Ailes, not only a good offensive player, but a definite problem on the defensive side.
Pass errant, ball loose, picked up by the Tigers. North Bend Central going to slow things down. Still no score in the opening session.
NBC's got to be good in the half court. And part of that is just they'll spread. They also will spread you out, but the driving lanes, they're going to try to drive into the paint and create havoc inside.
You see it there. Left is short, foul called, and Josie Cleveringa will head to the line.
So haven't heard back. Josie Cleveringa, she was not available early due to that leg injury, and I thought that really affected them. It really took a scorer, one of their more experienced players, out of the lineup. But in the long run, maybe that's kind of a blessing in disguise, because you had, as you mentioned, a tough schedule. Other players had to step up. Now you get Cleveringa back for this stretch run, and they're a better basketball team because of it.
You saw a replay there brought to you by 5 Points Bank, Nebraska's better bank. Cleveringa hits both. North Bend Central with the early lead. Huser runs point, the 5'9" sophomore. It's a young team as well. Only one senior in this starting 5 for Lincoln Christian.
Yeah, this could be the next dynasty that we're looking at.
Got to get the business done here first. That's a nice bucket in traffic. Shows you the kind of matchup problem Ailes can be.
Yeah, that's the offense. Inside out. Can you get something going from Ailes inside? And they force that, NBC to defend the paint and then allow her to kick it out to shooters when it is defended.
Emmanuel can't hit. Ailes the board. Now it's Huser. Offensive foul, moving screen. Going to be called against Huser in our first quarter, which is brought to you by John Henry's. Their family serving yours. So Jessa Huser, the sophomore, called for the foul.
Eric, one thing we've seen in the past with NBC is that they, especially down here in the tournament, they usually take care of the basketball really well. And they've already turned Lincoln Christian over 3 times. You win that turnover battle, you have a chance to win the game.
Open 3 off the offensive rebound, and there's Cleveringa.
And Peterson with the offensive rebound. That's a big rebound early in the game.
Foul at the other side as you see what Lincoln Christian can do off made buckets in an eyelash in the front court, forcing the issue.
Yeah, that's the tempo game that they want to play. They want to push the ball down the floor and force NBC to do the same. If you can beat NBC down the floor and gain that advantage, you feel like you can score a lot of points.
3's off from Pittenger. Battle for the rebound. Foul going to be called on Lincoln Christian on the floor. Pace-wise, Lou, I think if you're a North Bend Central fan, you got to feel good about the way things have gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 2 points right now for Lincoln Christian. We're nearing the halfway point in the first quarter. Christian has turned it over 3 times, and North Bend Central has not turned it over, and those are all good things if you're a Tiger fan.
Stirrup passes on the dribble handoff, instead takes it herself. And she'll head to the line. That foul on Huser, her first.
Stirrup has been good for this team. A good secondary score.
Timeout called. We take one as well. 5-2, North Bend Central leading. You're watching the state tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Coach Scott Klein, Lincoln Christian, trailing 5-2, make it 6-2 as the first free throw by Lauren Stirrup falls.
Coach Klein stepping in for Coach Orduna, who did such a great job for a long time here with this Crusader program.
Yeah, Klein was an assistant under Coach Orduna, a natural choice to take over a couple years ago, and he's kept the train rolling for sure. But right now, the Crusader train has yet to leave the station. They're down 5 early going. Heiser in trouble. Up top it goes Jesse Heiser. Corner triple off the Ailes screen. Well, she just cleared things out, and Heiser did the rest.
Yeah, Heiser wide open there in the corner. Really got to contest those three-point shots. You got to be active defensively. Got caught on a screen, and Heiser was wide open there in that deep corner.
Strong pressure defense. Lincoln Christian, they run one-on-one defensively mostly. Mishandled. Numbers for the Crusaders. Casabaum fouled on the floor. And Lincoln Christian will inbound.
Emmanuel rushed back there, picks up the foul, but probably prevented a bucket.
That's Coach Stirrup.
I'm sorry, Eric. If you turn the basketball over, NBC, and you turn the basketball over, you're inviting this game to speed up. You've got to control the turnovers. That was only their first one.
Potentially a big foul there. That's Lindsay Emmanuel's second. Tipped out. Lincoln Christian will keep.
Yeah, second foul for Emmanuel with 3:24 to go in the first quarter. That is problematic.
She had 25 in that district final victory over Gothenburg. Averaging 16 a game, just shy of 8 rebounds. Good strong drive, got the defender on the hip. Iron unkind. Now Emmanuel. Closeout prevented the three. Josie Cleveringa mishandles it down low. Active hands by Lincoln Christian forcing the turnover.
Back into the Tigers.
In the game for North Bend Central, Reese Peterson returning to the contest in favor of McCray Muller. Heiser picked up by Stirrup. Lincoln Christian running the weave. Working to the basket. Scoop shot, good and one. Well, you could just put that clip on a tape and just sell it to everybody. That's a clinic on how to run the weave.
Yeah, very quick, very crisp passes, and a good finish there by Pittenger right at the bucket. Nice scoop shot up and in, draws the foul. Chance to take the lead with an and one.
And she does. Pittenger with 3. Lincoln Christian has their first advantage of the contest. Now a little bit of pressure. Emmanuel, nice kick, left side, extra feed. This is Cassie Burbach, short-armed it. Rebound to Ailes.
That's a tough miss. That was a really good look.
Heiser has nowhere to go. Now it's up top, Casabaum. Lincoln Christian. Oh, bad break for North Bend Central. Ailes tipped the ball to Emmanuel, who was standing on the baseline.
Yeah, just right there, I think coming in from out of bounds along that baseline, and caught the basketball right as she was coming in from out of bounds.
Off the inbound, the 3 short. The rebound to Stirrup. She'll run point. Picked up by Jessa Heiser. Back up top, Stirrup wants 3. Too strong. Long rebound tracked down by the Crusaders. Lob to Ailes, the quick double. Tied up. She wanted to kick it out to Heiser on the wing as the defense collapsed, and it'll go to North Bend Central on the alternating possession.
Ailes didn't catch that cleanly and had to put the ball on the floor to try to regain possession of the ball, and that allowed the defense to tie her up.
So now Lindsay Emanuel, 0 for 2 from the field, no points yet. She runs point. Cleveringa. Cutting into the lane, Emanuel, she's fouled, and that's the 4th on Lincoln Christian. So NBC heads to the line. That's Heiser's second.
The 5th foul, you get 2 free throws now.
First free throw up and good for Emanuel. You know, one of the downsides of that new rule is you don't get to hear the great PA announcers 1 and 1 calls that they used to have. We've lost that in Nebraska high school sports.
Yeah, you just can't go home again, can you?
You really can't. Second one good. North Bend Central regains the lead. Second lead changed the game. Kazabaum. Sarah Van Ostrand has checked in for Lincoln Christian. 6-foot senior. She's set up on the low block, number 40. It's a big lineup with Ailes out there too. What a drop step. Wow. My goodness. Ailes will look for 3 the hard way.
That was a contorted shot in the post. Watch her just twist her body here. That's a good job, though, to get away from the defense. That's a tough shot falling down. Draws the foul from Burbach and gets that shot to go in. Chance for an and 1.
Well, showing you there why she draws the immediate double team. Kenna Ailes with 5, Lincoln Christian up 2.
Yeah, returning first-team All-Stater is Ailes, and she's only a junior. Probably going to be All-State again this year.
Up top for North Bend Central, that's Muller. Tigers trying to spread things out again. Stirrup. Cleveringa, nothing on the block. Now Stirrup, oh, what a spin. In the lane and 1. Lauren Stirrup with the pirouette.
Yeah, Stirrup averages 10 points and 5 rebounds a game. Watch the spin move in the lane. And it goes right at Ailes, which is, you can't be afraid of the shot blockers. You got to attack inside. Stirrup, fearless, takes it in and scores.
Can't finish the 3-point play. Tie game, waning moments first quarter. Kind of what we figured, honestly. Yeah, they're the 8th seed, but look, North Bend Central, they're familiar with how things work down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lincoln Christian up off the shot clock, so North Bend's going to get 2.4 to go full court.
That shot was right off my highlight film there.
Yeah, if it's over the backboard, they call that the Siefker special. We'll see if North Bend can get a desperation heave off. It'll be Emanuel. From half court, oh, blocked. How about Jessa Heiser picking up a late block shot? But after 1, here we go. It's been fun so far. Tied at 11, second quarter coming up. This is the state tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sauter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
(11-11) on the scoreboard, brought to you by Aurora Cooperative. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. Look, if it's 11-11, both fan bases making wishes right now for a victory in round one. We're tied as we start the second quarter. North Bend has, for the most part, Lou, done a nice job as we see the dribble drive there. They've done a nice job preventing easy dribble penetration for the most part.
Yeah, they've done a good job keeping Lincoln Christian largely out of the lane. And when that dribble penetration comes in, that's when they can really kick it out to their shooters. That's when they're at their best, along with their transition game. They've done a good job to slow that down.
Stirrup takes the baseline, takes on Ailes, shot blocked, no call. Stirrup had 4 in the first quarter. Face-up triple, missed everything. And there for the rebound is Cassie Burbach. Kazabaum struggling from the field early on, 0 for her first 4 shots. Stirrup thought step back. Instead, it's Burbach on the wing. Ooh, a little crossover, but the defense collapsed. Now it's Stirrup off the heel. Ailes clears it. Can Lincoln Christian find their comfort level offensively? Off the crossover, stripped out. Crusaders will try it again. If you're wondering, they've been held under 40 points just once this season, a game they won against Skoda Central Catholic, 36-26.
Yeah, that's doing an incredible defensive job to hold these shooters to anything lower than about 50, 60 points. These guys can really fill it up.
Crusaders, though, just 1 of 5 from beyond the arc to start the game.
And having said that, NBC, one of the better defensive teams around. That's where they won all those championships, really. They could score that, a lot of players that could, but great defense.
And then sometimes you can just shoot over top of it. Anna Heiser with 6.
Yeah, that's just a quick release by Heiser before defense could really close out on you. Knock that one home.
She's the one Crusader who's hit from deep. 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Cleveringa, you see the knee brace, the injury that kept her out. Stirrup takes on 2 defenders, loses the battle. But now Burbach, tough shot in the lane. Oh, look at the effort by Stirrup, trying to wrench that one away. Alternating possession will keep it with North Bend Central.
That's basically, it won't go down in the stat sheet as such, but basically an offensive rebound, just hustling after the ball. Gets the tie up and keeps possession. That's a great job by Stirrup.
Top of the key, Muller. Now Burbach can't turn the corner. She's the screener instead. Now Emmanuel, never shy, swatted by Heiser. You know, you talk so much about Lincoln Christian offensively, you forget they're pretty solid on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, you don't get to be 22-2 if you don't play defense. Heiser's blocked a couple of those shots by Emmanuel.
At 5'9", you don't necessarily think of her as a shot blocker, but she's got long arms, very athletic. Travel there, that'll turn it back over to the Crusaders. Heiser. Pittenger wants 3. Gets 3! And if those start falling, that's when this team gets scary.
Let Pettinger shoot there. You got to close out on these shooters. You got to do. You can't allow them to square up and shoot. You got to contest all the way to the end line.
Stirrup will head to the line. Heiser starting to feel like Dikembe Mutombo out there, but she went a little too hard that time.
She'll wave that finger.
That's her second foul.
I really like Stirrup's aggressiveness in this first half. She's come to win this game, and her effort is exactly what you want.
Makes the first. She has 5 points. She and Josie Cleveringa tied for the team lead. You see the North Bend student faithful. They've booked a lot of hotels down here in Lincoln the last 5 years.
Yeah.
As Stirrup makes the second. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. One possession game. This is this Class C1 state tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags. We don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day. It doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. They have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Lou, it's easier said than done, but if you're going to beat Lincoln Christian, these are the shots you have to prevent.
Yeah, you really got to contest. You see there, Pittenger was allowed to square up and shoot. That's a problem. Can't give them open looks. And now they go inside to Ailes in the post. When they go inside and they go back outside, this team is really tough to stop.
Yeah, Kennedy Ailes was one-on-one there. She's got 7. That leads all scorers. Stirrup, good drive, not rewarded though. Out with it, Lincoln Christian. They're off and running. Coast to coast from the right side. Jesse Heiser's first bucket. Lincoln Christian, their largest lead.
Heiser also gets the ball in the paint. North Bend Central's got to keep Christian out of the paint. If they can start getting paint points, it's going to be very difficult to beat them.
10-2 run by the Crusaders to start the second quarter. Emmanuel, doubled. Finds Cleveringa. The drive and kick, that's a long 2. But that's McCray Muller, points off the pine for North Bend.
Yeah, you'd absolutely take that. Muller just inside that 3-point line. Too bad she wasn't about a foot on the other end, but a good long 2-pointer there for NBC.
Now it's Heiser. Picked up by Muller. Quickly doubled. They're going to call the tie-up. Stays with Lincoln Christian.
Boy, Stirrup really bringing it right now.
Was an aggressive collapse. Lincoln Christian fans thinking maybe a little too aggressive, but we play on.
And she might want to fight somebody in the hallway the way she's playing.
Swung right side, open 3. There it is. Nothing but the bottom. Lou, you alluded to it. We were watching them in warm-ups. They weren't hitting rim in warm-ups. You got to get a hand in their face.
Yeah, a couple of them were over here flashing dollars around saying, hey, let's play horse. I said, no, thank you.
Pulling up from the volleyball line. That's Casabaum's first make from deep, and an offensive foul called on Muller.
Well, certainly NBC can't afford turnovers. We mentioned that earlier. You've got to be good on the offensive end and make Christian work defensively. The extra possessions, Christian too good on the offensive end. And now you're in danger down 9. You don't want to fall too far behind this Christian team and allow them to get into a rhythm.
Saw the Lincoln Christian student section. That is an impressive contingent.
Yeah.
They're about 8 rows deep. That's the inside out that they want. and it works like a charm. Kasabom got past the defense, all 5 of her points this quarter.
Instead of a spot up 3, that was a driving lane opened up.
Tough shot on the other end. Ailes battling, lost it, got it back. Now Kasabom navigates Ailes back to Kasabom. Off the screen rejection. Boy, she's quick. Wow. Kasabom with 7. North Bend's got to talk it over. We'll take a timeout as well. Here come the Crusaders, up 13. You're watching News Channel Nebraska as they get it done on the dribble drive, using the speed and the finger roll. Shout out George Gervin. You're watching NCN.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
13-point lead for Lincoln Christian, a game that was tied at the start of this quarter. Alongside Lou Siefker, Michael Shively on the sidelines. I'm Eric McKay. Stirrup thought 3, thought better of it. Now it's Muller. Open 3 here. That's good. Tigers needed that one. Cassie Burbach's first bucket.
Absolutely needed that. Got to stem that momentum. It's a good timeout by Coach Stirrup. Settle things down. But Christian hitting from 3. You've seen some dribble drives that forces NBC to come out and defend a long way from the paint, allows those driving lanes to open up, and Christian's been able to exploit them the last few times down.
Oh, they tried to free up the 3 with a down ball screen, but they call the offensive foul instead on Sarah Van Ostrand. Hey, folks, stick around for halftime. We'll be showing you our halftime highlights. Those are presented by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. So they called that last Burbach make a 2. It's 28-17. That's a 2 as well. Ailes the rebound. North Bend having struggles right now. Look out. Getting past the 3-point line. I just had my life flash before my eyes, Lou. Goodness.
Yeah, I was under the table, so I was fine.
Yeah, look out. That's coming right at you.
That's kind of like being in the pit stop at the Daytona 500 here.
Yeah, we need to put some netting up here or something. I'll talk to the NSAA about that. Final minute of the half. See if North Bend Central can get something going. A little too aggressive defensively, say the officials. That'll be on Pittenger. That's her second. Back in the game for North Bend Central is Stirrup. McCray Muller sits down. Nope, McCray Muller stays in. Emmanuel sits down. Lou Lindsay Emmanuel, 2 points, no field goals in the first half.
And 2 fouls. Probably a good idea to get her out of there with 32 seconds left. You don't want to pick up a cheap one here late and then have her start the half with 3 fouls.
Stirrup doubled. Lincoln Christian drew him in, going coast to coast from the left side. That's Macy Pittenger, who now has 8.
Defense really read that Stirrup was going to do that spin move. Pittenger gets the run out and a big bucket to extend this lead.
Down to 3. Need to get something off. North Bend won't get one up before the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half. Lincoln Christian comes alive in the second quarter. They're up 13 at the break. Halftime show coming up. This is News Channel Nebraska.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
it wasn't.
but this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford and Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford and Beatrice, sales and service with a smile.
Halftime at the Devaney Sports Center alongside Lou Siefker, Michael Shively on the sidelines. I'm Eric McKay. Boy, it doesn't take much. In the blink of an eye, Lincoln Christian starts taking control of this game. It started with a three-pointer, but Lou, what they were able to open up with the three off the dribble drive, this offense, and we'll bring up our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. But Lou, you know, what they've been able to do with the three-pointer and everything else that's opened up for them, it's scary how good this offense can run.
Well, when this team can make three-pointers and you've got everybody on the floor that can shoot, that forces the defense to guard you. You can't really back off anybody and play in the paint, protect the paint. You've got a really good post player in Ailes. And so when they start making threes, you just saw a three-pointer right there. That forces the defense out, and then that opens the lane up. And then you see the dribble drive there, the Pittenger bucket. And that's you're right, this team's impossible to defend when they're playing at that high level. And NBC is about as good a defensive team as you're going to find. But right now, Lincoln Christian really get in that rhythm that you want to be in when you're as good as you are offensively.
And we've seen those shots start to fall. Lincoln Christian, the picture of efficiency over the second quarter, and now for the game. They started 1 for 5 from three. They made 3 in a row to close the half. Now 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, 12 of 20 from the field. By contrast, North Bend Central just 4 of 17 from the field. Now their free throw shooting has helped. They're 8 of 9 from the line, but Lou, they have got to find a way to get quality buckets if they have any chance of keeping their reign going in Class C1.
Yeah, you got to find a way to slow Lincoln Christian down. You hope they start missing some shots from the perimeter. But you saw that Pittenger three-pointer. When defense backed off of her, she just squared up and shot it and knocked it home. You just can't leave anybody open. You can't allow anybody for Lincoln Christian to shoot. You just hope that they go cold here in the second half, and you can and try to slow them down. And then obviously, as you mentioned, on the offensive end, you've just got to find quality shots. You got to be efficient in the offensive end. They did a pretty good job handling the basketball, only 5 turnovers. That didn't allow Lincoln Christian to get out and do a lot of transition game, which is scary if they can do that. But, long way to go yet. It's only a 13-point deficit, but boy, Christian looked really good in that second quarter.
And if you're a North Bend Central fan, you've got a coach who's won 414 games trying to cook something up. He's been there, he's done that. But boy, Lincoln Christian, they look really, really strong as the top seed here at the break. 30-17, Lincoln Christian with the lead. More halftime show on the way. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Jared. I've experienced a great deal of sin in my life. Alcohol, drugs, tobacco, sexual immorality, and much more. I was letting the devil control my life with the fantasy that these things would make me happy. All it did was make me feel empty inside. I was going nowhere and felt deceived. My heart was torn to a million pieces. At that point, I reached out to God. My life was changed. Yours can be too.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, the first of 6 games to be broadcast on News Channel Nebraska today. We're getting the Class C1 bracket going. Let's take a look at how things look in Class C1. Following this, really captivating 4-5 matchup, Bridgeport and Minden. Bridgeport is the unbeaten team, and yet here they are as the 4 seed. You've got Minden back here for the first time in 9 years. They were a mainstay in state. You've got Sidney, another team who made the drive from the Mountain Time Zone, taking on another team with a lot of experience here at state, Adams Central. And then Grand Island Central Catholic and Broken Bow. A lot of teams with a lot of state experience, Lou. This is very much a bracket of elites over the last decade or so. A lot of recognizable names at state. Very entertaining bracket with a lot of teams, I think, that could be considered favorites, although Lincoln Christian certainly sending a message over these first 2 quarters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you look at the Bridgeport-Minden game, that's the next one coming up. That's going to be a fun basketball game. Bridgeport and Sidney. Sidney is the 2 seed. Bridgeport is the 4 seed. They played in a sub-district final. Both teams were undefeated. And that game, Bridgeport got the win, but yet they're their 4 seed because of power points. But both of those teams from the Mountain Time Zone are very, very good. And, we got a team in this ball game, Lincoln Christian, who, they drove a long way, like about, 5 miles maybe? You got Sidney, that I believe is 344 miles away, and Bridgeport 368 miles. Yeah. So that's a little bit different of a trip.
Yeah, we've got the Class C1 map. We can show you. It was funny yesterday. You look at some of the maps, like in Class C2, the farthest west team was like Niobrara. This is Class D1. We'll have Class D1 later on tonight. You'll see the 2-7 matchup. Pender and Bancroft Rosalie, by the way, playing right now. There's C1. So there you go. You mentioned Bridgeport, 364 miles away. Sidney also about that far. And, of course, Lincoln Christian, I think they walked here. Technically, it is 9 miles from their school to here. But, part of why their student section probably showed out so well also. Didn't have far to go here this morning. But Central and Western Time Zone represented pretty well here in the Class C1 bracket. And we'll see if the hometown team, Lincoln Christian, can hold serve, or if the 4-time champs have another one in them. It's 30-17 Lincoln Christian at the break. Second half coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
This is Amy from Magnolia's Home Decor and Design in downtown Norfolk.
And I'm Kate. Let's welcome in spring.
If you're ready for vibrant colors, silk florals that are remarkably real, and a new look for inspiring your space, come visit us at Magnolia's.
From spring to everyday designs for your home, we've been busy creating looks that will make your home warm and inviting for your friends and family.
Watch us live on Facebook 6 days a week. Stop in and see us in downtown Norfolk or visit us online at shopmagnoliasonline.com.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
A 13-point lead for Lincoln Christian. Talking to their coaching staff, they say that's because they started playing like themselves in the second quarter. That means they attack. They drew a double team on Kenna, kicked it out, and they were making their threes. For North Bend Central, the idea at halftime, they're not really going to change what they're doing to slow down Lincoln Christian. They just need to improve their shot making. Just 1 for 5 from distance in the first half for North Bend. They need to make more threes and limit the opportunities from long range for Lincoln Christian.
Thank you, Michael. Easier said than done against a team that, again, has 5 starters that shoot at least 31% from deep. North Bend with the ball to start. They look inside. That's someone they really want to get going. She had no field goals in the first half, but getting Lindsay Emanuel involved offensively would be big.
Good catch in the post and a good finish by Emanuel. You're right. They've got to get Emanuel going offensively.
That's Lincoln Christian's first miss from 3 since early in the second quarter. Jessa Heiser had 2 points in the first half. At the other end, that shot not there. Good heady play by Emanuel to keep it with North Bend.
Yeah, just knocked it off. I believe that was Castlebaum on the floor. That's a smart play. Good first possession by NBC. They get a really quality look. And now get the basketball back with a chance to get this into single digits.
Stirrup fading away. Tough angle, can't fill it up. And there's Kenna Ailes, has it swiped away from her. Oh, but mishandled by Emanuel. Back comes Lincoln Christian. Off and running. Left side stripped is Castlebaum. Out for 3, no. And the rebound to Reese Peterson.
I think it's fun to watch Lincoln Christian run the floor. You see these players fanning out and spotting up. That's their game.
Now North Bend couldn't get across the timeline in time. Couple of unforced errors out of North Bend Central. We've seen some traveling calls. And now the 10. Lincoln Christian, not a team that needs a whole lot of opportunities granted them. Giving up left side, here's Pittenger. She leads the way in scoring with 8. Kenna Ailes, 7 points, 7 rebounds at the break. The double-double machine on pace for yet another. There's that weave again. Pittenger staying patient. Heiser. Ailes wants 3. Not there. Battle for the rebound. Boy, Heiser and Stirrup mixing it up. It's going to stay with Lincoln Christian.
And Stirrup had inside position. She wanted a foul call. Does not get it. Tie up keeps the basketball with Christian.
Hales draws the double. That leaves the open three. 720's out. Offensive rebound, putback not there. And Emmanuel clears it.
I don't think I've ever seen a shot go in and out like that one.
That one goes in and out. Emmanuel with a second chance for North Bend Central. Cleveringa, crowded lane, lefty. Heiser clears it. Good closeout on the attempt there. Heiser on the wing. Casabom goes left hand, can't hit. Boy, she is so quick.
It was a heck of a move, just didn't finish the shot.
Casabom gambled. Now Stirrup into contact, no call. Emmanuel clears it and fills it up. Lindsay Emmanuel with 4.
Well, Lindsay Emmanuel's come to play in the third quarter already with 4 rebounds and 4 points.
Hales will work the dribble drive. And called for the offensive foul. Officials say little elbow to the ribs, and it goes back to the Tigers.
The offhand, that'll get you sometimes. You really see, Eric, you see NBC. I think one of the things I did the Pender NBC game earlier this year when NBC was struggling. Coach Oliver Pender talked about this heart of a champion that this team has. You can see it right now.
2-possession game. Cleveringa hits from deep.
Boy, what a big make. Here come the Tigers.
Lincoln Christian 0 for 6 from the field to start the half. Heiser to Pittenger. Ailes, left block through the double. Stirrup the rebound. Emmanuel. Oh, finding room. What a block! How about Jessie Heiser defensively?
Just took it away from her.
Now she goes left side, draws damage. And will shoot two. Jessie Heiser.
I don't know if that was a block or a steal. Just took it right out of her hands. Watch this again here. I don't know if the shot ever left her hands. That's probably a steal.
Yeah, they haven't. It's not an official stat yet, but they've started keeping track of it in advanced analytics circles in the NBA. They call them stocks. It's a steal block, and that's exactly what that was there.
They timed that perfectly.
Heiser makes the second. Timeout called by Lincoln Christian. We'll take one as well. 8-point game, halfway home, third quarter. It's the state championship tournament on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
North Bend Central's fan base always travels strong, always gets into it. They're trying to rally their team back down 8 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Michael Shively roaming the sidelines. Cleveringa roaming the paint. Heiser the rebound. Almost taken away. Lincoln Christian still looking for their first field goal of the half. Heiser. Now Annie Heiser had 6 points in the first half. Well, that's a tough shot there. Good defense by Emmanuel, and now Players mixing it up. They're going to get Ailes with a foul as both she and Burbach hit the deck. And that's the first team foul on Lincoln Christian, but the second on Ailes.
That was good defense there, as you mentioned, on that dribble drive. Really try to force Lincoln Christian out of that paint.
That one might have been blocked from behind. Offensive rebound, putback blocked as well. And quickly the other way foul called. That'll be on Lauren Stirrup. That's her second. Heiser will run point. Heiser working left. Ailes in the lane. Took on 3 defenders and won the battle. She has 9.
Ailes was battling in that low block trying to get position. Ended up taking a dribble drive there into the lane, as you said, against a handful of Tiger defenders. Still scores.
Back to a double-digit advantage for the Crusaders. Emmanuel trying to change that. Lincoln Christian doing a nice job preventing rolls off those screens. Yep. They just can't turn the corner. North Bend's got to reset. Stirrup funneled up top. Got a step. Trying to take on the defense. Might have got away with a walk. Rebound to Ailes. Pull up, transition, short-armed. Emmanuel the board. Both teams kind of struggling from the field here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lincoln Christian had that 19-point second quarter, only 4 as we're heading toward the fourth, late in the third.
And the Crusaders just 1 of 10 from the field. Long rebound off the missed triple. Out to Pittenger.
Looks like Lincoln Christian gonna maybe slow it down. You don't see a lot of this. It's gonna force NBC to come out and guard them.
Ailes got the screen, the 3 short. Rebound out to Cleveringa. Boy, that was a good look. But the shooting woes continue. Sorry, Lou.
Even when Lincoln Christian slows it down a little bit there, they're still looking to score, and especially around the arc.
That corner triple strong. Kazabom the rebound. Nobody can buy one right now. Ailes, that's the big money shot right there. Yep. Just go to the high percentage. Ailes in double figures.
Nothing more high percentage than Ailes in the low post. That's a really good look and a big bucket there. A little bit of momentum as we're heading late here toward the fourth quarter.
High screen for Emmanuel. Works it in the lane. Boy, she is so good off the bounce. 6 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's an outstanding drive. Big time drive by Emmanuel.
Lincoln Christian's got time. They're going to get a look off. No, they will not. Good defense by North Bend Central. Certainly not over yet, but as we head to the fourth, it's Lincoln Christian up 10. Fourth quarter coming up. You're watching state championship basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
If you're watching at home, you're probably thinking, man, this is a pretty good 8 seed. How'd they only get the 19 wins and lose 5 of their first 6 games? Well, the answer, North Bend Central played the toughest schedule in the entire state of Nebraska. The opponents had a combined winning percentage of 63.5%. The next closest is Gering at 62.7. Lincoln Christian played a brutal schedule as well, 60% wins for their opponents. But the toughest schedule, according to opponents' win percentage in the entire state, North Bend Central playing in the ruthless East Husker Conference and a tough non-conference schedule. Doesn't get any easier for any of these teams. Class C1, the second most wins across the board in the bracket of any of the state tournament brackets this year. The teams combined for 170 wins in the regular season.
A lot of winning basketball, thank you. And we saw a winning play a moment ago. Lauren Stirrup making this an 8-point game. Look, one of those teams that North Bend Central sees is the top seed in D1, Pender. They are running things on Bancroft Rosalie right now, 38-17. Both of these teams are as battle-tested as they come. It's a good point by Michael. I don't think you're going to surprise anybody in the C1 bracket this year. They've all seen some things.
Yeah, you want to play good competition. I think East Husker should incorporate that word ruthless into their just call themselves the ruthless East Husker Conference.
Look, you win that conference, you've done something. That you immediately become a favorite in whatever class you're in.
We've seen NBC lose in those tournaments a lot of times. They come down here in state and win.
Back to an 8-point game. This Kenna Ailes a rebound away from a double-double. Boy, that's a tough drive. I don't know how you stop that. With the left hand, she's got 13.
Yeah, for a big player at 6 feet, she handles the ball well, has good body control. She can shoot from range, she can post up, and she can dribble drive. Really a tough offensive player to try to slow down.
Other than that, she doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
Lincoln Christian going big again. They've got Van Ostrand in. Mid-range off the front. Rebound to Pittenger. Lincoln Christian, the ball reversal. Rejecting the screen, now the rescreen. Ailes wants 3. Left it short. North Bend Central will let it go out of bounds. You know, it's tough, right? She can make those.
Yeah.
But it's situational, right? You're up 10, no shot clock. Maybe not the best shot there. It's hard to say. North Bend Central's got to talk things over. We'll take a timeout as well. 10-point game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
A community is described as just a smattering of houses, everybody living together, but what makes it a community are the people that live in the house. Deschler is a community of about 750 people, and those individuals living in those houses have a common goal of improving their surroundings. That's where Midwest Bank comes in. We look out for each other. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. My name is Julie, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Deschler community.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo, high-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Well, this has been fun. We got plenty more basketball today. The first of 5 games on News Channel Nebraska. We got all 4 C1 quarters. Then a couple of D1 quarters tonight. Then it's semifinal Friday tomorrow with classes C1, B, and A live from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
I saw Coach Klein just talking with Ailes, a star player. Just a little coaching moment about what you just said, the time and situation.
Ailes the rebound. That gives her the double-double. Off the Stirrup miss from 3. And now they'll set up Ailes in the low block.
You stay aggressive, but you take, that's what you want. I was just going to say, you take the best shot that becomes available, and that was a great shot.
Kasselbaum's first points of the second half. She has 9.
The main thing for Christian is to stay in rhythm. You don't want the quick shots out of rotation.
Boy, Stirrup is not going down without a fight, and 1. Lauren Stirrup in double figures.
Lauren Stirrup is a battler. She has come to play today. Brought the physical game, which they wanted her to bring. And as you mentioned, not going to allow this team to go down quietly.
Easy to forget she's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Completes the three-point play. North Bend Central 9 of 10 from the free throw line. That's kept them in it. Oh, wide open in the corner. Can't do that. Everybody on this team's going to hit those all day.
Well, especially Pittenger,
Yeah.
great shooter. That's a shot in rotation. It was a quick three, but it was in rotation. It's a good, easy spot up. She's wide open. Those are the shots you're going to take.
And from somebody who's probably got the green light from go. Stirrup will head back to the line. But boy, that was a big swing. That three-point play, you feel like you get into it, and then just a defensive rotation is off, and just like that, you're down 12 again.
Yeah, make a mistake and leave Pittenger open. Boy, you pay for it, don't you?
Stirrup hits the first. This team hits free throws in that district final against Gothenburg. Emmanuel and Stirrup were 15 of 16 from the land of the free in the fourth quarter.
Win a lot of games doing that.
Boy,
there you
did
go.
I jinx her or what?
Nice job, Eric.
Ooh. My apologies to the Stirrup family. 11-point game. Well, look at the collapse on Ailes. They're not going to let anything come easy. Possession arrow will give it back to North Bend Central.
That's a good job just to shut down the dribble drive. We know Ailes can do this, but again, I think there's where you want to kick it back out. Once that defense collapses, get a quick kick out to those shooters. And and certainly if you're Ailes, bring that basketball up high as she's 6 feet tall. Kick it out to your shooters and not allow that tie up.
Good drive and dish triple. It's an 8-point game. That's Cleveringa.
Big bucket for Cleveringa. Boy, NBC just not going to go away.
Cleveringa has 11. The four-time defending champs hanging around against the top seed. Pittenger, so quick. Left side with the answer.
Wow.
She's got 13.
And oh, by the way, Pittenger is a sophomore. Man. A lot of good young basketball players.
There's a lot of ball players on the floor right now, both sides. Pittenger the swipe. Cleveringa trying to get back, altered the shot, but the foul called. And the sophomore heads to the line.
Oh, what a great steal. She has been big time here in the fourth quarter. As Macy Pittenger gets to the free throw line off of that steal.
Our fourth quarter is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
Up 10, you're more than halfway through the fourth quarter. Now it really becomes about ball security and free throws.
Splits the pair. 11-point lead. North Bend's going on a run. It's got to start now.
Yeah, now you've really got to be efficient offensively. Can't have empty possessions at all.
Muller spins out of the double. Boy, that was a good look. Oh, follow the shot. Stirrup wants three. Can't bank it home. Rebound to the Crusaders.
As you're approaching 3 minutes, I know Lincoln Christian loves the up-tempo. You're selective again. You really want the high percentage looks. You're going to stay aggressive, but you don't want the quick guarded shots.
Trying to force the turnover. It will stay with Lincoln Christian. North Bend Central has not lost a game in the state tournament since a loss in overtime to Bishop Neumann in 2019.
But Sharp right in front of us trying to call timeout. The officials did not hear him.
North Bend with 2 timeouts left. Lincoln Christian with 3. Neither team anywhere near the bonus. Well, that gives you an idea of the strategy for Lincoln Christian. That was a wide open 3 that they just passed up.
Yeah, you want something real high percentage. You don't want to turn it over. They do.
Nice outlet up ahead. Emmanuel fouled from behind. Is that a take foul? Officials are talking it over.
That was a great outlet pass, and Emmanuel knows what to do with it. We'll see what they're going to determine here.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over. So the foul came as she was ahead of the defense, swiped from behind. The question is there a play on the ball? Yep, they called it intentional. So this is shots and the ball for North Bend Central.
Interesting.
Take another look. Yeah, just sort of
it.
reaching from behind. There's no play on the ball there. That's a clear path intentional foul.
Absolutely. And just seeing that live, I didn't think she made contact, but on that replay, it's a great job by our camera crew. You do see contact there. That is absolutely the right call.
Emmanuel, who struggled so much in the first half, now 1 point away from double figures. She would be the third Tiger to get there. I'm just going to stop talking about free throws because every time I do, they miss them.
We just got to talk about how bad they shoot free throws.
Yeah. Just start talking about something not even basketball related. 10-point game. North Bend with the ball. Great play defensively.
Wow.
By Casabom. What a job.
Right. That's about as good as you're going to see there. Great job reading the basketball, tipping it out, and then outrunning the NBC player to the ball. That's just a fantastic job by Pittenger.
Here's Ailes. 13 and 10 for her, and now a timeout called by Lincoln Christian. We'll take one as well. It's crunch time now. 10-point game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Lincoln Christian fans trying to root their team on to victory. The top seed up 10, 2:05 to go on the four-time defending champs. Alongside Lou Siefker, Michael Shively on the sideline, I'm Eric McKay.
And I just handle the basketball if you're Lincoln Christian, force NBC to come out and foul, and you take the lane, there you go.
Lane was open, Emmanuel rebounds the miss. Macy Pittenger is going to make that 99 times out of 100. Emmanuel whirls into the lane and heads to the line.
Yeah, Christian had that set up perfectly. Really had the floor spread, and Pittenger with a nice drive, not able to finish the play. And now NBC does what they have to do. You get the clock stopped here, make some free throws, and try to set up some pressure defense, try to get a steal. If not, you may have to turn this into a free throw shooting contest.
Emmanuel misses the front end. You know, one thing to keep in mind for North Bend Central, only one team foul. They're going to have to start hacking here pretty soon. In and out on the second. That does not happen very often. Ailes the rebound. And now here you go. You're going to start seeing the fouls.
Well, the one thing about that is you could play more aggressively and not worry about the foul, because you're going to want to foul anyway if you don't get the steal, but you can really come up and get aggressive on the defensive side.
Now Lincoln Christian. Oh boy. On the back door, the foul called. That's a good foul for North Bend Central because there was no one on the back end. That would have been as easy a lay-in as Jessa Heiser could ever have wanted. And that's about the only shot Lincoln Christian's going to take right now, is an uncontested one.
We're down 10. If you're going to foul, you got to foul. You're allowing a lot of time to come off the clock here.
There's the ball reversal and the foul.
North Bend Central foul. Number 3, Cassie Burbach. Her second, that's 4 team fouls.
So in the game now for North Bend Central is Reese Peterson. So North Bend Central, they've won 4 straight state tournaments. Do you remember who they won the first one against, Lou?
Wow, that's a good question. They all kind of blend together.
2020, they beat Lincoln Christian.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Lincoln Christian, yeah.
And now here we are, a minute 6 away from Lincoln Christian being the team that ends the reign.
And I believe Lincoln Christian was the higher seed.
They were indeed. They were the top seed that year.
Yep. Well, it appears that might be a new sheriff in town right now. Lincoln Christian looking pretty good. What a run NBC had.
Yeah.
Go 12-0 the last 4 years at the state tournament. That's special. This has been a great group, and Coach Sheriff has done such a great job getting these players to play at such a high level. But
he's been the coach at the helm of 5 of their 6 state championships, including, of course, the last 4.
But I think Lincoln Christian really tons of firepower on this team. They're very impressive.
Yeah, this is very much a statement that they are making here. Quick trigger triple finds the bottom, not over yet. Josie Cleveringa has played well, 3 for 5 from 3 in the second half. She has 14. North Bend Central calls timeout. We've got the conclusion coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Back live, 51 seconds to go. North Bend Central called the timeout to set up their full court press. And now Lincoln Christian going to call timeout to figure out what they want to do about this press. Lou Siefker.
Yeah, it's about handling the basketball now. Up 9, 51.2 seconds to go. It's for Lincoln Christian. You handle the basketball. You force North Bend Central to foul. There's no more 1-and-1s. You get 2 free throws each time. Really, it feels like Lincoln Christian's wheelhouse at this point. I think it's a good timeout here. You just want to make sure you're on the same page. NBC is a team that can turn you over, and we've seen that before, where they've made these great runs, even with not a lot of time left. Under a minute, it's going to be very difficult for the Tigers to get back in this. But right now, again, it's about knowing what you want to do and executing for Lincoln Christian, get to the free throw line and have a chance to put this game away.
Winner will get either Bridgeport or Minden in the semifinals tomorrow. That's a game you'll see right here on NCN. Coach Klein. Lincoln Christian, these are 2 teams that really have been just synonymous with state success. 40 combined trips to the state tournament. Wow. Between these 2 teams. And now Lincoln Christian in their 25th year at the tournament. State tournament for girls started in 1976.
I remember when Lincoln Christian was a new school. Yeah. Of course, I'm an old guy here from Lincoln, but.
So now Lincoln Christian is in the bonus. Heiser at the line. Missed the front end.
I expect that Lincoln Christian probably might throw a little token pressure at NBC to try to slow them up, especially off a made free throw.
Heiser with 5. It's a 10-point lead once again.
He's going to drop back with that 10-point lead.
North Bend's got to get shots. Stirrup lost the handle. Cleveringa can't hit off the front. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln Christian ball.
As Ailes almost got that rebound. Burbach might have been called for a foul there over the back. The officials allowing the physical play.
Inbound and a quick foul. This will send Macy Pittenger to the line. But what a half. She's played both offensively and defensively this quarter. 6 points this quarter, 14 for the game. But a couple of defensive plays that really helped seal this.
Yeah, she's been special. Great outside shooter, but could beat you off the dribble as well. And as you mentioned, just the defensive plays really, I think, turned this game that could have gone maybe either way. NBC was trying to come back, that stretched this lead out, and appears that Lincoln Christian is going to go ahead and win this thing with only 27 seconds left. And 11, maybe a 12. Yes, a 12-point lead.
4-possession game. Quick trigger triple. Missed everything. Ailes with rebound number 12. 13 and 12.
That's a pretty good game.
Just another day at the office for Kenna Ailes. The double-double merchant does it again. Lincoln Christian going to dribble it out. How about that? Congratulations to North Bend Central on the last 4 years, but the reign is over. Lincoln Christian takes down North Bend Central. The Crusaders are on to the semifinals. 51-39 your final. Post-game show coming up. You're watching NCN.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
One of my passions is always to help entrepreneurs, whether they're starting off right away or they've been in business for a long time. And for me, I believe that our community is the strongest when everyone chips in with their own expertise and passion, that's going to lift the tide and raise all boats. That's intentional. Intentional culture means a lot. I have the personal satisfaction of being there along the way.
Lincoln Christian gets the win. I'm with the victorious Crusaders. Coach, what was that moment like on the sideline, hugging your assistant coaches, celebrating with your team?
That's pretty special. It's been a long time for this group, and we've been through a lot. I want to do a shout out to our assistant athletic director. His wife battling a little health now, and Curtin Donnell, that was for you tonight.
What is special about this team?
They just love basketball. They love coming to the gym. Like, I got to kick them out of the gym every night. You know, when we get done at 5:30, 4, 5, 6, and just stick around and shoot for another 30 minutes. And you love coaching girls who want to be in the gym, who want to get better, and they just love being around each other. And that's what makes it special.
What changed between the first quarter where things were tied and then the rest of the game?
We just weren't playing our style of basketball. We were a little undisciplined. We were rushing our shots. We preached 2 and 3 sides to get the basketball. When we get the basketball on 2 and 3 sides, we're pretty effective of making threes and then being able to get it inside to Kenna. And we just weren't. And then we had some breakdowns on our defensive end from our scouting report. Once we settled down, you know, you can see what we're doing. We're a pretty good basketball team once we play our style of basketball.
Another double-double for Kenna.
Yeah.
What does she mean to this group?
She's big. You know, I kind of had to get out on her there in the fourth quarter on a called timeout. She took a shot that really wasn't necessary, but she's coachable, and it's nice when you have a player who can shoot the three, but also play in the post. They were physical tonight. They were really physical on her, so she did a really nice job. It's just fun coaching. I've coached Kenna now for 3 years, and she's just, you know, besides a basketball player, she's just a great person. God's given her an ability to play the game of basketball, and we just love her on this team.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you.
We'll bring in our player of the game, Kenna Ailes. She's getting hugs from fans. Kenna, it's a fun time to be a Crusader. What was it like putting that name up in the semifinals on the bracket?
Yeah, it was super fun. After last year's loss, we're hungry to get more, and that's what we did. We're going to go all the way.
You just beat the 4-time defending state champs. What did it take to do it?
It took hard work. We knew they would be ready to come out and play, and we were just ready also. We came out to play.
Well, Coach is kind of getting on you there in the fourth quarter for a moment. What's that like, this relationship, this trust between coaches and players, that you're going to coach you hard and you're still going to go out there and perform?
Yeah, he tells you what he wants. He knows what he's doing, and he's going to help us get the win, and that's what he did.
Well, we don't know who your opponent is next, but we do know you lost to Bridgeport last year. You want another chance at them?
Yeah, we do. We're hungry to beat them again.
What's it going to take for this team to continue to win?
Just keep working hard, play how we play, and we'll be fine.
Great game, Kenna.
Thank you.
Those are the Lincoln Christian Crusaders, and they're moving on to the C1 semifinals.
Lincoln Christian gets the win. Let's take a look at how it happened in our top plays. Those are brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. The 4-time defending champs are the 8th seed this time around. The top seed, Lincoln Christian, playing about as well as anybody in the state of Nebraska right now. And this game had a little bit of everything, including great play down low from Kenna Ailes, the double-double machine, getting it going for Lincoln Christian early on. But it's North Bend Central hitting from outside. Josie Cleveringa, one of 4 3-pointers for her on the day. North Bend Central with the lead early on, but it doesn't take long for Lincoln Christian to get it going. Annie Heiser from deep. That brought Lincoln Christian within 2, and then the strong drive. A little window dressing as well, and Lincoln Christian ties the game. It was tied after this great play by Lauren Stirrup in traffic. We're tied at 11 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, more great play from Lincoln Christian. You just can't give them any room because they will hit from outside early and often. That time, Macy Pittenger with 3 of her game-high 16. Mattia Kazabaum says, that looks fun. I'll do a 3. She hits it as well. Kazabaum had 7 in the first half. Lincoln Christian leads by 13 at the break. Third quarter, though, North Bend Central. Look, they've been here before quite a few times. They're not going away. That's Lindsay Emanuel, 2 of her 9 points. Then the drive and kick. Cleveringa finished with 14 to lead the way for the Tigers. They pull within 10 as we head to the fourth. But in the fourth, Lincoln Christian takes over. Kazabaum with 2 of her 11 points. North Bend Central tries to answer with Lauren Stirrup. She had 12. The sophomore played brilliantly on both ends, but Lincoln Christian hitting from deep. Pittenger with 8 of her 16 in the fourth quarter. And while North Bend Central was able to hit a big shot here and there, in the end it was too much from Lincoln Christian and too much from Pittenger. She drives to the bucket, and Lincoln Christian ends the reign. They beat North Bend Central 51-39 and advanced to the semifinals. So, the Class C1 bracket has changed a little bit. Let's take a look at that updated bracket. Yep, Lincoln Christian moves on. North Bend Central loses at state for the first time in 5 years. And next up, Bridgeport against Minden. That's the 4-5 contest. They're about to take the floor here in just a little bit. So don't you dare go anywhere. We got another C1 semi coming your way. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.